Just tighten down the lug nuts. I'll try and drive it. I don't know if you can tell, but the car is a little too low to the ground. So we'll have to address that. Alright. We're going to get some first drive driving impressions. Go check the mail. Why take the truck when this is running? Alright, so made it back to the garage. The test drive, I would say, was successful in a way. There are more things that need to just be fine-tuned on the car. And let's go ahead and kind of go over those things. So, starting with the brakes. Brakes are good. They stop the car. I need to play with the proportioning valve to get the right amount of pressure to get this get you know, all the pressure in the right spot. I didn't really test out by absolutely smashing my foot to the floor, but for the most part these brakes are pretty good. They stopped it plenty well. I mean, it's kind of putt-putting around the neighborhood going, you know, 30-ish miles an hour, so there wasn't really much to really get tested out there. Shifting gears, the clutch pedal was the clutch pedal felt good. It had a really high kind of engagement disengagement on it, so I might play with the push rod to kind of get that a little lower. Just to make sure when I'm off that it is truly fully disengaged, or sorry, when I'm off the pedal, that to make sure that it's fully engaged and there's no little residual drag or little pressure put on it. That's one thing I'm trying to think about. I heard what seemed like a rubbing, where when like it just you heard kind of as the wheels had turned. Didn't hear it whenever I was at kind of speed, but I think that is I think that was like brake drag. I think that's what that was. Not entirely sure. I'll investigate it a little further, but I feel like 80% that's what it is. Now, kind of the obvious things. I need to put the body panels back on the car. I need to tuck up all the wiring, get the headlights going. And I think the car is good enough to drive to the shop so I can kind of get my registration renewed. And then as well as probably get an alignment done for the car, because changing the spindles definitely put like positive camber, I believe, on it. So I need to go ahead and I need to go ahead and get an alignment to kind of correct the camber, to have it just oh so slightly negative, and then as well as the toe, where I did my best. I probably got it within 1/8 of an inch, plus or minus, 1/8 of an inch, 0. So I need to take care of that. So driving the car with the new 389 rear end gear, I definitely noticed the gears were shorter, but it's not killer. It's not bad. It's not intolerable coming from a 350 rear end gear ratio. It's yeah, all I can say is it's actually not too bad. There we go. So happy I kind of went with that rear end gear. Happy that I've upgraded the drive shaft and the pinion yoke and stuff like that. So it seems to be doing well. It's holding temperature right. It's regulating its temperature. Fans kick on at 195 degrees like it should. Fuel pressure looked good. All the clutch and brake fluid is where it's supposed to be and nice and clean. Yeah, I think now is just to refine the little things, which it's just a bunch of little things, really. Here's the front end parts that we need to go ahead and put back onto the car, and I think we're gonna get going doing that. Oh, one more thing: the ride height. I need to lift it up a smidget, because we are scraping getting out of the driveway. I don't need to go up a ton, just like 1/4 of an inch up on ride height on the suspension, just a tiny bit, and that way I can clear my driveway and get out. So that, yeah. So that's gonna call it a day, and I think we're tomorrow we're gonna get started on adjusting ride height and see if we can get a couple body panels onto the car, or maybe migrate to tucking some wires under the dash and cleaning just a few things up to make the car a little bit more livable for me, and if I have a passenger in the car. So appreciate you watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you later.